The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Winston now. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Now Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 33. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another run with Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Zach Baun there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Gold is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
6, 7.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ball red.
On the the draw. Here's Mitchell. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
The Lance going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Jameis now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just lucky.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Following the interception, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Winston now to throw on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence, actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making a